The year is 2025 and the global trade landscape has once again been shaken. Former US President Donald Trump has dropped a bombshell, imposing the steepest tariffs seen in a century. This aggressive move has sent shockwaves through the global economy, leaving nations scrambling to assess the damage and strategize their responses. These tariffs, including a sweeping 10% levy on all imports and even higher targeted tariffs on 60 specific countries, represent a significant escalation in protectionist policies. The ramifications are far-reaching, impacting global supply chains, increasing costs for businesses and consumers, and threatening to ignite a full-blown trade war. This wave of protectionism is not entirely unexpected. Trump, known for his America First rhetoric and penchant for disruptive trade tactics, had long signaled his intention to reshape global trade dynamics to favor the United States. However, the sheer scale and scope of these new tariffs have taken many by surprise. The global trading system, already grappling with the aftershocks of the COVID-19 pandemic and geopolitical tensions, is now facing a new and formidable challenge. The impact of these tariffs is being felt across the globe, but some nations are bearing the brunt of the storm more than others. Among them is India, a rapidly growing economy heavily reliant on international trade. With a 26% tariff slapped on its exports to the US, India finds itself navigating a treacherous economic landscape. This situation presents significant challenges for the Indian economy, particularly for key sectors heavily reliant on US markets. The 26% tariff imposed by the Trump administration on Indian exports has sent shockwaves through several critical sectors of the Indian economy. Among the hardest hit are electronics and gems and jewelry, with exports in these sectors valued at $14 billion and $9 billion, respectively, facing significant disruption. The auto parts and aluminum industries are also reeling from the impact, grappling with a 25% tariff that threatens to erode their competitiveness in the US market. These tariffs place Indian businesses operating in these sectors in a precarious position, forcing them to contend with shrinking margins and the daunting prospect of losing market share. The immediate impact of these tariffs is undeniable. Indian businesses exporting to the US are facing a significant cost disadvantage, making their products less competitive compared to domestically produced American goods or those from countries subject to lower tariffs. This situation has sparked fears of job losses, particularly in export-oriented industries, as businesses grapple with shrinking order books and the possibility of scaling back operations. The uncertainty created by these tariffs is casting a long shadow over the Indian economy, potentially dampening investment and consumer spending. However, it is not all doom and gloom for India. Certain sectors, notably pharmaceuticals and energy products, have been spared from these sweeping tariffs. This exemption comes as a relief for these industries, allowing them to continue operating without the added burden of import duties. The exclusion of these sectors highlights the strategic nature of Trump's tariffs, suggesting a calculated move to inflict maximum damage on specific industries, while preserving leverage in areas deemed vital to US interests. Despite the challenges posed by these tariffs, India is not standing idly by. The nation has a history of resilience, demonstrated time and again in the face of adversity. In the wake of these tariffs, India is actively exploring avenues to mitigate the negative impact and chart a course toward economic stability and growth. This involves a multi-pronged approach, including strategic negotiations, leveraging domestic policy initiatives, and exploring alternative markets to reduce reliance on US trade. India is no stranger to navigating the complexities of international trade and responding to external shocks. In the face of Trump's tariff bombshell, India is drawing strength from its recent policy initiatives aimed at bolstering domestic manufacturing and reducing reliance on imports. These initiatives, including Atmanirbhar Bharat, Self-Reliant India, Make in India, and the Production-Linked Incentive (PLI) schemes, are proving to be crucial in mitigating the adverse effects of the tariffs. The Atmanirbhar Bharat initiative, launched in response to the COVID-19 pandemic, has gained significant traction as a framework for strengthening domestic production capabilities and promoting self-reliance. This initiative, encompassing a wide range of sectors from agriculture to manufacturing to technology, aims to reduce India's dependence on imports and foster a more resilient and robust domestic economy. The Make in India program, another flagship initiative of the Indian government, dovetails with Atmanirbhar Bharat by focusing on attracting foreign investment and transforming India into a global manufacturing hub. By creating a conducive environment for businesses to set up shop in India, Make in India aims to boost domestic manufacturing, generate employment, and enhance India's position in global value chains. Complementing these initiatives are the Production-Linked Incentive (PLI) schemes, specifically designed to incentivize domestic production across a range of strategic sectors, including electronics, pharmaceuticals, and automobiles. These schemes provide financial incentives to companies that meet specific production targets, encouraging them to expand their manufacturing operations within India. The PLI schemes, by promoting domestic production and reducing reliance on imports, are seen as a crucial tool in mitigating the impact of the U.S. tariffs. The confluence of these policy initiatives has created a more resilient and inward-looking Indian economy. By focusing on bolstering domestic production capabilities, reducing import dependence, and attracting foreign investment, India is better positioned to weather the storm of protectionism unleashed by the Trump administration. These initiatives, while not a silver bullet, provide a framework for sustainable economic growth and demonstrate India's commitment to charting its own course in an increasingly uncertain global trade environment. The imposition of steep tariffs by the United States has undoubtedly raised concerns about the potential impact on the Indian economy. However, leading economic experts and think tanks, including PhD-CCI and ASSOCHAM, have expressed cautious optimism, suggesting that the overall impact may be more measured than initially feared. They attribute this resilience to a confluence of factors, including India's robust domestic market, the government's proactive policy initiatives, and the diversified nature of the Indian economy. According to a recent report by PhD-CCI, a leading industry body in India, the direct impact of the U.S. tariffs on India's GDP is estimated to be limited to around 0.1%. This relatively modest impact is attributed to the fact that the U.S. accounts for only a small percentage of India's total exports. Additionally, the report highlights that the tariffs primarily affect specific sectors, while others, such as pharmaceuticals and energy, remain largely unscathed. The report further emphasizes that India's inward-looking economic policies, particularly the Atmanirbhar Bharat initiative, have played a crucial role in mitigating the potential damage. By focusing on boosting domestic production and reducing reliance on imports, these policies have provided a buffer against external shocks, including protectionist measures implemented by trading partners. ASSOCHAM, another prominent industry body, echoes these sentiments, emphasizing the importance of India's growing domestic market as a key driver of economic growth. These expert opinions suggest that while the U.S. tariffs undoubtedly present challenges for the Indian economy, they are unlikely to derail its growth trajectory. India's inherent economic strengths, combined with proactive policy interventions, have created a more resilient and adaptable economy capable of navigating the uncertainties of the global trade landscape.